Alright, so here's another attempt at playing the Cloaked Huntress. This is probably one of the more obvious ideas with the card. Basically, you go Huntress, lock and load, dump a bunch of secrets. Sometimes you draw into more secrets off your lock and load. Pretty nice combo. You also have Yogg-Saron, because, you know, that's a lot of spells. I've never played Yogg Hunter before, so this might not be pretty, but I think the deck hopefully isn't too difficult. I actually don't know how to mulligan with this deck. He's a Warlock, so I have to assume Zoo. Although most of the Warlocks I've been playing against recently have been more control-oriented Warlocks. If I knew he was slow, maybe I could keep lock and load. But I don't think I can justify that. So what cards do I actually want against Zoo? Explosive Trap, I guess, is a good card. Animal Companion. Power Shot. Unleash the Hounds. I guess I'm just gonna keep these cards, actually. I have two pretty good pieces of removal. And then Huntress, even though I didn't have a secret to go with it, is just a pretty good minion for trading. So I felt it was worth holding on to. Okay, looks like he is indeed a more control-oriented Warlock. So if he's more control-oriented, maybe I want to try to hold my Cloaked Huntress for a big lock and load turn. So the play here would either be Hero Power Pass or coin out the Animal Companion. Assuming that he'll do something next turn and I can Eagle Horn Bow it. Maybe I just equip the Eagle Horn Bow next turn if he does nothing.
I don't have enough mana. To my side.
I just scared myself for a second there with the coin. I thought I coined on one and tried to play Animal Companion. But no, it was just my internet not being great. Wow. Play Bran into Misha. That doesn't seem like a great use of Bran Bronzebeard. He just really trying to set up for like a Hellfire or a Demon Wrath? Or Demon Fire? I mean, I guess I'll just play Cloaked Huntress with one Bear Trap here. Pretty good value. My internet is going to need to start working a little bit better. Okay, so he was setting up for a Hellfire. I think I fixed my internet, hopefully. I want to play Azure Drake next turn, so I should probably just go ahead and equip the Eagle Horn Bow here.
Such easy spirit.
But I don't really need to hit with it. Because I'm not trying to just like kill him really hard. I'm trying to... I mean, this is like a control deck. He had the Ooze though, which is a bit of a bummer. But Azure Drake on 5 is pretty good. Wow, too scared to even attack. So I can clear with Power Shot, Quick Shot. It's fairly efficient. I can't really justify just playing my own Thaurissan here, because then I have to give him another Thaurissan proc, and that's probably not okay. I think Power Shot plus Quick Shot's the only play here. It's not a great clear on the Thaurissan. I have to overkill it by 2. But I get to keep my Azure Drake healthy. I prevent him from getting Thaurissan procs. Maybe if the secret I had in play already was a Freezing Trap, maybe I could have sent Azure Drake into the Acidic Swamp Ooze and just played my own Thaurissan. But I can't just give his Thaurissan free reign. So I should probably pay attention to this. He has 6 cards in hand that are discounted still, I believe. Wow. Wish I hadn't played that Power Shot. I can play Call of the Wild next turn, so I'm not too scared that I'm behind on board. Probably just play Thorson here. Kill off the 3/3. With a 4/1 Azure Drake, he doesn't have a good trade on board. I guess the 2/3 into the 4/1 is kind of fine, but then he has to leave up leave up Thorson, unless he has another card. I also have a 1-mana lock and load with 2 1-mana spells to go with it now. So after my Call of the Wild, I should have quite a bit of fuel to keep going.
So many possibilities.
Plays Dread Infernal. Who plays Dread Infernal? I can actually go for a double lock and load turn here. Cost 5 mana, but I get to draw 5 cards at least. Probably 6, or probably 7. I can also just play Call of the Wild. The Call of the Wild's not actually that good here. My secret in play is a Bear Trap. My Huffer that I get off Call of the Wild is only going to have 5 power, so I can't even kill the Dread Infernal. And then I have like a Misha up, but the Misha doesn't do much. I can play a Freezing Trap. I guess if I play the Freezing Trap to go along with it, he has to make kind of a risky attack with the Sun Fury if he wants to proc the Freezing Trap.
Quickly.
I'm making this play because I don't want to concede the board. Like, I can draw a bunch of cards here, but at most I have 3 mana to develop the board. And it also makes it really easy for him to basically waste my Freezing Trap with the Sun Fury Protector. I can draw a ton of cards, but if he just keeps putting stuff on board, I might not be able to do anything, especially since Hunter cards are kind of sketchy. So even 7 random Hunter cards might not even be able to get me back into the game. If he just developed... I don't even know what he'd be playing. This seems like it's probably a Reno list, because why else would you have Dread Infernal in your deck?
My eyes are open.
Wow, really? Oh, Shadow Flame, okay. That does make sense. I mean, I guess this is my lock and load turn, right? On the hunt. Go ahead and kill this guy. Put a snipe into play. Guess I play this just to draw cards. I quick shot that. Yeah, quick shotting it draws 2 cards, so I think it's fine. That's actually a pretty good lock and load turn. I got Call of the Wild, which is obviously good. Second Freezing Trap might be really annoying for him to deal with. Eagle Hornbow is always a good card. Giant Sandworm is kind of a garbage card, but it is a huge minion that he has to deal with. So the snipe kinda sucked there. I can play an Eagle Hornbow this turn if I want. I actually have... I have the Dream board clear with Giant Sandworm and Bestial Wrath. I can also just Call the Wild this turn. Bestial Wrath my Huffer. Although that might be a good way to lethal him next turn. So maybe this turn is just Eagle Hornbow into the 6/2. Play Animal Companion, and then like, I don't know, Fiery Bat Infest or something.
Quickly.
I guess I play this first. This puts a lot of pressure on the board for him to deal with, and if he can't deal with it, then just like Call the Wild. My 5 damage Huffer. Plus either Hero Power or Bestial Wrath might kill him next turn. I freeze the Kodo, he can replay it, maybe kill Leok, but that takes up 7 of his mana and it's probably not worth it. Okay, as of right now, he's still dead on board. Or not on board, but I have lethal, I should say. If he just plays the Kodo here, it's not actually that likely that a Yogg list would have lethal here. Oh well, since that hit him in the face, that gives me a lot more outs. But I had the huffer.
This time.
I wonder why that Warlock list is so popular right now. I don't think it plays any new cards. And, I mean, it seems weird that you would just play that because... I don't know, like it wasn't popular before. Is it better in an environment where people are, like, testing a bunch of junk, theory crafting a lot? I don't know.
The hunt begins.
But I've played against at least similar versions of that deck quite a bit. So this is a priest. I know I don't have to worry about him being too aggressive. I don't know if I keep Cloaked Huntress in the opener. It's like the only Shadow Word Pain target in the deck. So if I play it, probably gets killed by Shadow Word Pain. The thing is, I don't know what cards I actually want to play on curve. Animal Companion, Eagle Hornbow, Azure Drake, Emperor. I'm gonna try sending back the Huntress. Maybe I pick up an Animal Companion. Orson's a pretty good card. I think there's quite a bit of chance that this is actually like a competitive deck. Do I play Bear Trap here? I mean, he's not an aggressive list, so the Bear Trap doesn't really, like, protect me from anything. I have 2 Huntresses in the deck, so it's probably not going to be too hard to play later. But I want to play Eagle Hornbow next turn, so maybe it's good to just get the Bear Trap developed. Also, his turn 2 as a priest is probably just hero power. So me using my hero power doesn't really seem to accomplish much. So I'll just go ahead and play out the Bear Trap. But anyway, this seems like it could actually be a competitive deck. Yogg-Saron Hunter was already kind of a thing before Cloaked Huntress. And I think there's a pretty good chance this gets refined into a real deck. And when it gets refined, I'm sure people will know. There will be other people out there who can tell me what cards I'm supposed to keep in my mulligan. But just looking at the list, kind of going off of, I don't know, intuition, experience, I guess. There just don't really seem to be that many cards that you're willing to keep in the opener. That's kind of annoying. I can just throw down the Freezing Trap to deal with that. But I feel like I might want to just play Hunter's Mark on it. The thing is, I don't really know what priest lists people are playing right now. But I don't think you can really justify playing a card like Ysera or any of those. You can't justify playing too many huge minions. So a 4/6 might be one of the best Hunter's Mark targets, and I do have 2 Hunter's Marks. So I think I'm just gonna Hunter's Mark it. Maybe I play Lock and Load this turn. Lock and Load, Hunter's Mark, Freezing Trap. No, because I'm playing Thorson next turn. So... in fact, do I even play Freezing Trap here? Yeah, I will. It'd be nice to discount it to 1 mana so I can combo it with Lock and Load. But he probably plays a minion this turn, and I want the Freezing Trap to protect my Thorson if it can. I don't understand why people are playing Resurrect Priest 2 weeks before ONiK Bishop comes out. ONiK Bishop is... if this deck is good, ONiK Bishop is so good in it, so why bother playing it before it's released? Anyway, pretty easy Thorson here, I think. Thaurissan directly beats the 4/4. If he has some kind of buff for it, I have Freezing Trap. It's probably dead to like Shadow or Death or Entomb. Oh, he's playing Holy Smite. That's interesting. I was not playing around Quickshot Holy Smite, to be completely honest with you. I probably just play Call of the Wild here. I don't know, the lock and load's pretty decent this turn. I have 3 guaranteed draws off of it, and then 3 mana left over. But the Call of the Wild's also pretty good. Leaves me with a Leokk and a Misha on board. I get to deal with his Misha. I think I like this. I guess if he just has like Shadow or Death, Shadow or Pain, he has a pretty good response. Cabal Shadow Priest is also on its own a pretty good response. Shadow Madness. I guess that was actually pretty good. He paid 4 mana, killed one of my minions, drew a card, and got rid of my Freezing Trap. Yeah, I can get behind that play. I think this has to be the lock and load turn. So I take the Huntress here. Lets me play my Snipe for free. Sure, I mean lock and load turn is the turn that you want your Huntress, right? So I may as well take it. Sure. Snake Trap, the Dream. I'm just gonna quick shot his face. Immune. Can't be damaged. I wonder if this goes down to 1 health if I Hunter's Mark it. It probably does, so I'm not gonna do it. So I drew a lot of cards there, but I didn't actually draw much of relevance. Like, I got a free trap out, but like Core Rager, kind of a sketchy card as we saw recently. Oh, got him with the hot snipe. Hopefully he played his turn too fast and wasted a spell. No, I didn't. Oh, killed for 3. I'm probably just going to play Unleash the Hounds this turn. Unleash the Hounds doesn't really get any better than this against Priest. Probably use my Hunter's Mark too. Well, I don't know. Did he use Coin with Pyro there just to set up an Excavated Evil? I guess that's the question. If he did, then there's not that much value in keeping my dudes alive. Maybe I just trade off Misha. Let's start with the tracking though. I think the Deadly Shot's pretty good here. Okay, well, that was not pretty, obviously. I definitely thought I had enough mana to Deadly Shot that turn, but I didn't, and it threw me off for a second, and that's why I missed an attack and didn't play the Elic. So that was pretty bad. But I have a good hand. That Infest, that's what the card's called, right? Just Infest. Yeah, that Infest was actually pretty good. Question is, what do I do here? What minions do I have in deck? 2 Azure Drakes, a Yogg, and a Huntress. So the Warhorse is actually fairly likely to win the Joust. If he wins the Joust, he's probably my best clear on the Azure Drake, but maybe I just Deadly Shot it. I have Lock and Load, but my hand is mostly minions, so it's not that good. Let's see if I win this Joust. stupid Huntress. Alright, let's see if I win this chest. I guess I'm just gonna kill that with Deadly Shot. Whatever, I have a lot of charges on the bow. Maybe the 3 damage is relevant. I have 8 on board, I have a King Crush in hand. I think there's a pretty good chance that I can burst him from a fairly high life total. Oh, he's playing double Shadow Madness, what the hell? Triggered my snacks though. Azure Drake. Well, the Eaglehorn Bow into the Shifting Shade is really good. Question is, what I want to play with it? I think I kind of just want to play the Grotesque Dragonhawk. If it sticks, it's going to get in there for some good damage. It gives me 18, 21 next turn, plus I get to push quite a bit this turn. Let's go for the Grotesque Dragonhawk lethal. I mean, it's kind of vulnerable to Shadow or Death. Maybe I'll just play Azure Drake. I get to push 5 this turn, he's at 20, assuming he heals up to 22. Azure Drake on board would give me 18, which would not be lethal. I'm gonna play the Grotesque Dragonhawk here. He's more vulnerable to removal than Azure Drake, because obviously Azure Drake can't be killed by Shadow or Death. But this sets up lethal, so setting up lethal is pretty good. And if this does get countered, I mean, this isn't like an all-in play to set up lethal, I'm still fine if this goes wrong. Entombed the Dragonhawk. Okay. Did he miss that attack or just choose not to do it? Probably just chose not to do it. He's probably identified that this is a bear trap. I can just get in there with King Crush if I want to. But I think double Azure Drake is probably stronger this turn. Drew another Eaglehorn Bow, so I probably will just go ahead and use the Eaglehorn Bow I have equipped this turn. There's my Huntress. I only have 1 secret left, but I can still draw into more secrets from Lock and Load. Did I hit him in the face or did I clear the Hound? Say I hit him in the face, he's at 17, heals up to 19. Crush plus weapon is 12. If both Azure Drakes stick, that does set up lethal. And it's like, what does a priest do with a 1/1? I don't have a kill command that he can like Thought Steal into, so the beast tag isn't too relevant. Priests don't really play buffs. I guess I can run into an Azure Drake, and then he has an Excavated Evil clear on one of them, but Excavated Evil on this board, if he doesn't have any more damage, is really bad. Thought Steal. Okay, I know one of the cards he got was Animal Companion. 2 Animal Companions. Okay, if he had gotten like Yogg-Saron or Call of the Wild there, that could have been really sketchy. Okay, there's no way I have lethal this turn. Best I can do is push 11. I don't think I need to play my table flip card yet. I think I'm actually in a pretty good spot. How many spells do I have left? I do still have 5 spells in the deck, so I probably don't need to play Lock and Load here. But I kinda... I don't know. Playing Lock and Load's too risky. I only have 1 spell. If I get a minion off of it, I just wasted the card. I kinda wanted to Hunter's Mark this though. But I guess I can trade the Azure Drake in, it's fine. Maybe I do just play Yogg here. I think I waited too long to play Yogg at this point though. I'm just gonna crush him. Boom. Got in there for 11 damage. He's played a fair amount of removal. Looks like he has a death though that he's been holding. Oh, second Entomb. That's actually pretty scary, because I could die to Entomb, or to a King Crush now at some point. Still has a lot of cards in his deck though. On the hunt. So I can justify this. Nah, I can't really justify this because I don't have a good Hunter's Mark target. Maybe I just go Eagle Hornbow, play some minions, hit him in the face. Keep pressuring his life total. If I pressure his life total hard enough, then Yogg can just kill him when I play it. So I guess the question is, well, do I even Eagle Hornbow this turn? Is it better to hero power? Alright, I think I want to do a lot of damage this turn. The Core Rager is never going to get up to 7 attacks, so there's no point in holding on to it. But I do want to hold the Cloaked Huntress. I do have an Explosive Trap in my deck, so Lock and Load, Cloaked Huntress, Explosive Trap, and then the potential to draw into more secrets is pretty good. Alright, so he was able to heal out of lethal range. I think this is going to be my Lock and Load turn, though. I have 3 spells. Animal Companion's a card I want to play this turn anyway. And it puts a lot of spells into my Yogg, which is probably looking like I want to play it soon. Alright, Huffer actually is just lethal. Well, that's disappointing. I wanted to mind control his Hound. Nice. Alright, that actually worked pretty well. So if you want to play Cloaked Huntress, probably play Yogg and Load Hunter, and not the Core Rager Hunter. Would definitely recommend Yogg and Load over the Core Rager Hunter.